Every time we do one of our Fairfax KSAT San Antonio report, the issue of homelessness comes up as one of the community's biggest concerns. Well, there is a group that is doing something about it. It is a group that has started a place called Town Twin Villages. And I'm joined by Dr. Chris Plauche. Did I say that right?
Yes.
Okay. And you are with Housing First Community Coalition.
Right.
And you've started something called Town Twin Villages. Explain to me what Town Twin Villages is.
Okay. First of all, I would say that Housing First Community Coalition is sort of the overbranching board of directors that founded Town Twin Village once we found property.
Right.
And that name became because before, in the 1960s, 70s, and 80s, it was Town Twin Movie Drive-In Theater.
Ah, so it's on the
that's
side
where
of
we
the
got
building.
our name. So we decided to call it Town Twin Village, because that's just much more appealing than Housing First Community Coalition.
Yeah.
So tell us a little bit about this new project. So when do we plan to have it up and running? How big is it going to be? How many people is it going to house, and things like that?
Well, we hope to have, I think we're going to be housing people in a stepwise fashion. Okay. We hope to house the first 25 in October or November. And then every 2 or 3 months, we're going to hopefully house a group of people in what we call a mini village. The village, Town Twin Village, is composed of about 12 mini villages. So we're going to try to do construction on each mini village. Each one of them surrounds a gazebo with a picnic area and grill and that kind of thing.
And the idea it fits into Housing First. Like you feel that people need to have a place of their own to solve some of the other issues that are going on within the homelessness, within the homeless community.
Exactly. I mean, just imagine how your whole psychic would be if you were sleeping outside and didn't have the safety, didn't know where a bathroom was, didn't know where you were going to get the next meal. So when you have that house or that roof over your head and a key, to lock your door, and a refrigerator to know where your next meal is coming from, and a bathroom, of course, to know that you have that, a lot of problems just kind of melt away. But most people do need that extra help, and that's the other really vital difference about Town Twin Village, is that we're going to have medical, dental, mental health care right there on the spot. We're going to be offering Catholic workers involved, and we're going to be offering 3 meals a day in conjunction with traveling loaves and fishes from St. Mark's. So they'll have meals, they'll have a barbershop, a little nail place, and lots of different things. I mean, it could be that they never even have to leave the village, but we hope they will. I mean, we want them to integrate within the community. But and some of this, and most of the amenities at the village will also be open to the neighbors if any of them would like to join us for meals or Friday night at the movies. We're going to reinstitute those outdoor movies, but instead of drive-in, it'll be walk-in.
Now, this project will house about 200 or so people, but the need is far greater than that.
Oh, yes.
So is the hope that this is the first of many projects like this?
And we've got to do it right, because we've got to do it right, because I think this could be an answer to the problem, but it's just one part of the answer, and we just know that that the responsibility is on our shoulders to do it right so that it can work.
So many people have, like I said, in the polls that we've done in the past, homelessness has always been towards the top of the concerns of people that think it's one of the biggest problems in the city right now. You've been involved in this issue for quite some time. I mean, do you think it's as bad now as it has ever been, or is it just more visible than it's ever been?
Well, I think Haven for Hope has been a great asset, and it serves, hundreds,
yes,
almost 1,000 people every day. I think by the fact that people are now camping downtown in areas where people see a lot, and they have these tents, and it's pretty visible. I think part of the reason we think it's worse now is visibility, but I do think in reality it really is worse due to COVID and lots of other, economical factors.
You're right.
So this project also took a lot in terms of partnerships and planning.
Yes.
Can you tell us a little bit about that?
We've been planning. We've been planning since 2017, and we have some wonderful partners, SAM Ministries and Center for Healthcare Services and Street Medicines with the University of Incarnate Word. There's a lot, and I already mentioned Traveling Loaves and Fish and Catholic Worker. So we hope to have, we call them formal supports, like the medical, dental, San Antonio Christian Dentistry,
Yeah.
forgot that. Formal supports with the medical and dental and mental health and case management. And then informal supports would be all the meals and the clothing and the nails and the hair. So I don't know, I think and then we also have 2 classifications of volunteers: those that have never been homeless before that want to live and be kind of a mentor, and then those who have been homeless before but they're on their feet and they're going, but they also want to mentor. And so I think those are 2 kind of types of supports. And I forgot to mention 2 other things.
Yes.
Hospice, we're going to have hospice for those who are still homeless that don't live there but are dying, and we want them to die in dignity. And respite units, those who are discharged from the hospital to the streets and still have wound care or need help, they can stay there temporarily.
Want to let you go on this question. Somebody's at home right now. They want to know, how can I help with this effort? How can the average San Antonian help you guys?
Well, right now, we're going to be looking for volunteers, but we're not open yet. We're still in the construction phase. But right now, if somebody wants to donate money, that's always helpful. We have a campaign going. Build a house if you've got $40,000 right now, or adopt a home where you can pay $400 in rent every month and become a partner with the person that's living there and be like a buddy. So those are 2 different ways, but any kind of donation is great.
And can they make those donations on Housing First Community Coalition website?
Yes, we now have a web link that links to that. That's Town Twin Village, if that's easier.
Okay.
And town is with an E, Towne. I don't know if that makes a big difference.
No, it does if they're searching for it.
Right.
Yeah, Chris, appreciate your time.
Thank you so much.
Good to see you again. We'll be right back.